Hi friends, welcome to Technical RPA. This video I will walk you through BluePrism MultiBot concept. How the different type of bots, for example, if you have a process you developed, so before starting any development, the first thing in design come up with this process will run in a single bot or else it has to run in a multi-bot. If it is only run in single bot, there is no queue manager, there is no locking mechanism, there is no accurate lock, there is no need of tokens. If you are going to develop a bot which is need to run as a multiple robots, maybe 5, 2, 10, 20, whatever it may be. So what is the scenario is expected to come up with a multibot? For example, we created one of the process is the client is running the particular process. Whenever the emergency is happening, the client is for gas agency or gas company. So whenever the emergency of gas is needed to the customers, that time this bot will run as a multi-bot environment. Maybe 20 or 15 bots they schedule. Suppose we are creating as a bot, as a multi-bot concept, and we doesn't know how many bots will run. Maybe they will run as a 10, 20, 15, 30. That is the client wish. So based on the bots which we are running, the lock, queue manager, accrue and token will be generated based on that without any concurrent issues. So when we talk about multibot, the concurrency, which is very important. Concurrency is nothing about that. So one Excel file is available. Within a time, one Excel file has to be read or write only by single bot. If it is multiple robots attack into single file, the file may be locked out or file may be corrupted or file will not available other than first robot. So in that case we have to deal through concurrency within a queue and locking mechanism. So first bot go and pick a file, it will lock that file, and if it is locked, that particular token will coming into the output. How the lock will see here. So first bot started and it locked to the file. If lock is not held, then go to end. If lock held, it will create the output as a token. And if it is exceeded, the limit which is bot limit is exceeded, then it would be released. So during the time, so we have to set which is time, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, we are setting a time. If it is, or else retry, we are setting a exit limit. If it is exceeded, then it will be released. Other than that, it will go to counter and queue, and again the same process it will run for all the robots. Whenever the acute lock will be happen, the lock token will be the output. So here you can see how the session unlocking mechanism is to be happen. If anything happen wrong, the deadlock will be happen or read data will be happen. So we have to unlock those details. So in that case, environment variables coming into picture. So whenever you are taking multi-board concept, your environment, whenever you are creating environment variables, it automatically lock. You have to set some limitations. The lock will be released when token is created. And finally, if all the attempts completed, the lock will be released and process will be completed. So this is the details I had taken from Valerio Valroso Blogspot. Actually, I can see that Valerio has a good developer or technical architect. He has trying to given some knowledge through his Blogspot. So I'm also very interesting to read his Blogspot. So if you are also interested, read it. And if you have any queries, raise it through technical RPA or else Valerio also. Thanks Valerio for posting this multiple bots environment in BluePrism. So here he is explaining each and every line. We have he's created two sub-process, producer and consumer. The main flow is a infinite loop and it will be started from the scheduler. Here you can see this is the main flow. It started as a infinite start, resume, recover. It will come to two sub-process like producer and consumer, and again it moved to producer and again it moved to. So this is the infinite loop running again and again and again. It will start from the scheduler. So in scheduler we are created to stop the loop. You can use the decision stage that check a finish time. You have to make as a finish time in environment variable. So as we discussed earlier, environment variable is important whenever you look at the bot to stop the particular area or particular time. So here you can see the first sub process is the producer and it populates to the work queue item. So here the best practice is you have putting environment log before the producer starts. Here you are creating an environment log before the second subprocess, first subprocess producer starts. So in order to have just a robot at a time working on the producer process, So how it is happening? This is due to the fact we want to avoid multiple robots to do concurrently the queue population process and not so useful checks on already existing queue item. It is not for existing queue item. Instead of that, it is a environment lock has to be happen because of locking and queue mechanism has to be continued as expected in the bots. Here you can see if item 1 assigned to robot 1, the average duration maybe 7 hour, 2 hour. Item 2 assigned to robot 2 and 1 hour. So how this assigned or assignation has to be happened. So whenever you are assigned bots into particular work, always we have to putting as a query select top one row with the bot one. And one more thing, this top one value will come always whenever the first row come into database. It will take as a priority and it will lock. Once data has been taken, the lock will be done, then it will be in queue. See, if you are using in automatically in work queue, there is no need. Automatically work queue will lock your first data. When the first bot comes, it will release only the bot completed the items. So this is happening through work queue. If your process doesn't have work queue, then probably you have to make sure you have to take as a log and running through the log, it will coming through queue, and once queue is completed, the bending, exception, everything has to be happened, and finally the process will be completed in the multi-bot scenario or single bot scenario, whatever it may be. See, the concurrency will be avoided through environment variable and locking mechanism. So whenever you are going to create a locking mechanism, it always create a token as a output. So if it is exceeded the limit, it will release. Otherwise, it will hold and it will continue the loop in the multi-bot scenarios. Thanks guys, thanks for watching this video, and we will be soon will meet another video with new ideas. Thank you.